Hello students, good morning to all. Myself Devaraja Shubha, Assistant Professor, Department of Civil Engineering, Pondicherry College of Engineering. Today, the subject code is CE8702, Railways, Airport, Docks and Harbour Engineering. Today in this class, I am going to discuss about engineering surveys through modern methods, which comes under Unit 1, Railway Planning and Construction. So engineering surveys, in last class we have discussed about the engineering surveys through conventional methods. So in this class I am going to discuss about engineering surveys through modern methods. Engineering surveys through modern methods. The survey is taken by the modern methods. So it's an engineering survey. The taking of engineering surveys is a very tedious process. That is, it's a very difficult process. It is very difficult to take engineering surveys. It is a very tedious process and it is an expensive process. So and to avoid to avoid the cost and to avoid the tedious process, this engineering survey is done through the modern methods. That is, they are using the innovative techniques. The innovative techniques used to take these engineering surveys are this. They will make use of the remote sensing data products, as well as they will be using the hardwares as well as softwares for making the engineering surveys simple. So for taking this engineering surveys, some modern equipments also used. That is modern equipments like GPS, that is Global Positioning System, electronic distance meter, that is EDM, and total station and GIS, that is Geographical Information System. These are used for taking the surveys. So this modern methods has two components. Totally it has two components. First component is the preparation of an updated base map and second one is the application of modern equipments. So let's see how we'll prepare the updated base map. So the different features are encrypted from various maps. The various maps are Survey of India map, village map, board or block map. Then the final step is the updating of the maps. So the surveys of India map have the toposets. So the village map, board block map also have maps. So the scale of this map, the survey of India map, the scale of this map is larger or smaller than the village map and board map. So the scale of this village map and block map is reduced and this is conjugated with this map, interpreted with this map. The scale is reduced and interpreted and toposet is formed. So from the survey of India map, what are the features we are studying is the natural features are studied. So what are the natural features? The natural features means hillocks, water bodies, then mossy land, then salt pan. So these are the features that contained in the area or in the region is studied by using this survey of India map. Then by using the village map, survey plot boundaries, human settlement, water bodies, forest and village boundaries are studied from the village maps. Then from the board or block map, the plot boundaries, street alignments, building lines are studied from this word or block maps. So for studying this block map, this map is compared with icons and QuickBird satellite images. So it is compared with icons and QuickBird satellite images, and from this QuickBird and icons we can study the building, features of the building very clearly. So these icons and QuickBirds are used for that purpose, for studying the features in a clear manner. So next, after studying all the features, the map is updated. So for updating the map, the old map is out of date, and to update the base map, what they are doing is they are making use of these satellites. This PAN IRS 1C, 1D and list 3 images. So since the PAN IRS 1C or 1D has a resolution, that is a spatial resolution. has a spatial resolution and the images are produced in black and white. The black and white images are produced of spatial resolution. So due to this, the clarity is very clear. The clarity was very good by using this pan IR 1C 1D. The images of this is very clarity. Then list 3. From by using this list 3, what we are doing is we are studying the features, different features of the block in a very clear manner. So this different features are studied in a clear manner by using the resolution. Because of the resolution, high spectral resolution. Because of that it has high spectral resolution. Because of that only we can studying the different features of the buildings very clearly. So this is about list 3. So merging of these two, this pan and list 3, if we merge it, we get the clear image in a clarity manner. Of different, we can get the clear, there is a clarity image of different features of the blocks, different building blocks, different features of the building blocks we get in a clarity manner. So that is merging, by merging this will happen. This is about pan, IRS 1C and 1D and list 3. Here for updating the map, the aerial photographs also used. By using the aerial photos also we can update the map. But this taking aerial photos is a very tedious process. So making use of this aerial photo is not frequent. So this is about updating map. So finally the map is updated. That's the first component is completed. This is preparation of an updated base map. And the second one is the application of modern equipments. Now we are taking the surveys through modern equipments. Already in the last class I have discussed what are the stages of engineering surveys. The stages of engineering survey for conventional method and modern methods is same. What are the 4 stages of surveys means? Map study, reconnaissance survey, preliminary survey, then detailed survey. The stages are same but the equipments are different. So here the equipments we are using for this modern survey are GPS, EDM, total station, GIS and remote sensing data products. In GPS, this is the full form of GPS is Global Positioning System. Global Positioning. So it will used to measure the coordination of any point. Coordinates. It measures the coordinates of any point anywhere in the globe. We can find out the coordinate of any point, position of any point at anywhere in the globe. That is Global Positioning System. So by using this GPS is using set of satellites. That is 24 satellites are used. So by using these satellites, we can measure the coordinates or we can find out the position of any object by using this GPS. By using this GPS, we can measure about 10,000 or 1,000 kilometers at a time. We can measure thousands of kilometers at a time. This is about GPS. Then electronic distance meter. So this electronic distance meter used to measure the distance, electronic distance meter. So by using this electronic distance meter, we can measure the distance. The principle used in this electronic distance meter is the time taken for electromagnetic waves. So take this is the original starting point and this is the ending point and the waves are pass through it and after the final decision is uptime, it get reflected. So the time taken for electromagnetic waves to travel between the from starting destination to ending destination, the time is noted. It may be some seconds. So time is noted and the velocity of the wave also noted. By using this formula, distance equal to velocity into time, by using this generalization, we can find out the distance. So by by using this electronic distance meter, the distance of about 5 to 10 kilometer is measured. It is for thousands of kilometers we can measure by this GPS, but by using this electronic distance meter, we can measure up to 5 to 10 kilometer with an accuracy of 1 to 2 centimeter. In the accuracy of 1 to 2 centimeter. So next is the total station. This is also works as the same principle as EDM. The principle is same, but it records the horizontal measurement, vertical measurement, and it can also measure the angles. So it is also, it has a auto recording facilities. Automatically it record the readings. So the manual error is avoided. So this, the least count of this is, least count means the least value it can able to measure. That is the least count. The least count is 1 second. So this is about total station. Then is next one is the GIS, that is Geographical Information System. So this Geographical Information System is used to form a collector or store a database. So database means collection of information. So it is used, it is a software. It is Geographical Information System. It is a software, or it is a combination of software and hardware. Here it is used for storing, updating, retrieving, analyzing, manipulating and displaying the data. So data means information. So this have the techniques, that is buffering and network analysis, which is used for this railway planning and highway planning. So this is about GIS, Geographical Information System. So this next one is the remote sensing data product. What is meant by remote sensing? Remote sensing, without touching that thing, we are taking the information of that. That is known as remote sensing. So in remote sensing data products are aerial photos, satellite imageries and high resolution imaginaries. So aerial photos, this aerial photos is taken by use of the camera that is fixed on the aeroplane. By using this photo, we will taking the by using the flying aeroplane, we will take the aerial photos. This aerial photos has the stereoplotting equipment. By this stereoplotting equipment, we can spot the contours as well as the height of any hillock and contours of the lakes, whatever may be. Then we can, alignment also can be interpreted by this, using this. That is the 3D dimension interpretation, which is possible by using these aerial photos. So next one is the satellite imageries. So satellite imaginaries, by this satellite imaginaries is used to capture the details of any object. It is used to capture details of any object by use of the reflected electromagnetic waves. By the use of the electromagnetic, that is reflected electromagnetic waves. But for this, taking the satellite imageries, we are using the satellites, that is IRS 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D. This or B, they are used in India. They are using these satellites, IRS 1A, 1B, 1C, 1T, etc. Okay. So in foreign, they will be using this icons, QuickBird, satellite imageries, ERD, like that. That like the satellites will be used by foreign countries for taking the satellite imaginaries. So this satellite imaginaries photos will helps to find out the soil and help to find out the soil map, help to identify the soil map, geology map. By using, we can identify what are the soil characteristics is there. It is used to prepare soil map and it is used to prepare the geology map. So from this we can find out what are the features, that is trees, how many trees there, in which places the trees will be located, and lakes, rivers, where they are located. This that we can find out by using these satellite images. So this is about satellite images. So by using the satellite, we are taking the image. So what are the satellites are there? This is about satellite images. Then high resolution images. So the resolution is very high in this high resolution images. This is commercial companies. Some companies that commercial or using or doing or orbiting the satellites for this purpose. That for this purpose means for taking the high resolution images. So there is that digital globe. Example, space imaging and digital globe are doing this job. That is, they are making the satellite to orbit around and they will taking the images. That is, they are taking the high resolution images. So by using these high resolution images, the alignment planning will be done. We can plan the alignment. So by using this, each and every building features is noted very clearly and in a very clarity manner we can denote it. So this is also use of this high resolution image. So this icon, it has a resolution of 1 meter, and this in pan mode. Okay, icon in pan mode, it has a resolution of 1 meter. So this about this high resolution imageries. So see, first we are using the innovative techniques. Here after the first component, we are preparing the updated base map application of modern equipments. So what are the modern equipments? GPS, EDM, total station, GIS, remote sensing data products. So next class I am going to discuss about the track stress and the level crossing. Thank you.